Hi everyone, it's Ben Dunnett here from musictheoryacademy.com. In this lesson, Time Signatures Made Easy, we're going to have a think about time signatures. Now, quite a lot of students I come across find time signatures really confusing, but actually they're quite simple and straightforward as long as you understand what you're looking at. So in this lesson, we're going to think about why do we need time signatures? What does a time signature show? How can I read any time signature? And then finally, how can I avoid the two common pitfalls that we come across when looking at time signatures? So firstly, why do we need time signatures? Well, in theory, we don't. We could just simply count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just keep going for as long as the piece was. So if it goes to 1,000, it goes to 1,000, and we could just keep counting like that. The problem with that is two things. Firstly, it's highly likely that we're going to lose count. I mean, us musicians, we don't like to go above G in the alphabet, and we don't really like to go above 4. Sometimes we'll go to 6, and if we're really lucky, we'll go to 7. But we actually like to count in small numbers, small groups of numbers. And if we have a piece that goes up to 1,000, we're going to lose count. The second problem is that if we don't have a time signature, we've got no sense of groove, no sense of feel to our piece. If I was going to teach you how to do a march, I'd probably count in 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I was going to try and teach you a waltz, I couldn't count in 4s. I'd have to count in 3s because that's how the dance is created. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the groove of those two pieces is very much linked to whether we're counting in 4s or counting in 3s. Think of some of the pieces of music that you might be writing or that you might be playing. Okay, what's the sense of groove that you're trying to bring to a piece that you're writing or one that you're playing? So we need time signatures so we don't lose count and so we get a sense of the groove. So what does a time signature show? Well, it shows two numbers. The first number, the top number, and the bottom number. Okay, let's think about the top number to start with. The top number tells us how many beats are in every bar. So the top number there is 4, so we know we're counting in 4s because there are going to be 4 beats in every bar. The bottom number tells us what type of beats they are. Okay, now this is where students get confused because that top number is quite straightforward. Okay, I understand that. You know, there's 4 beats in every bar. But it's the bottom number where people get confused. It's this type of beats. So let's have a think about that. The type of beats that they are. Each of those numbers for the bottom number corresponds to a type of beat. So if you look at that table on the right hand side there, the number 4 at the bottom means that we are counting in quarter notes or crotchets as they're traditionally known. If there was a 2 at the bottom, we would be counting in half notes or minims. If there was an 8 at the bottom, we'd be counting in eighth notes and quavers, 16th, semiquavers, 32nd, demi-semiquavers. Okay, so it's that bottom number is simply telling us what types of beats we are counting in. Okay, so top number gives us the number of beats in a bar, bottom number gives us the type of beats they are. And as long as you've got a little table like that, you should be able to easily work it out. If you're actually using half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nds, if that's the terminology you use, then it's easy because you're just looking at it like it's a fraction. So how can we read any time signatures? Well, just keep those two things in mind. The top number, how many beats in every bar? The bottom number, what type of beats? So let's try this. If we have a time signature there of 3, 4, top number, 3 beats in every bar, bottom numbers are 4, that means there's quarter notes or crotchets, so there are 3 quarter note or crotchet beats in every bar. Next example, 6, 8. Okay, we're getting more confusing here. But let's just break it down. Top number, 6 beats in every bar. Bottom number, they're eighth notes or quaver beats. So there's got to be 6 eighth note or quaver beats in every bar. Final one, 11/16. It's unlikely you're going to come across this particular time signature very often. But if you do, it's simple. There's 11 beats in every bar and they are 16th notes or semiquavers. Okay, so it's really simple. The two common pitfalls to look out for when you're reading time signatures that I see. Firstly, is something called common time. Okay, because common time doesn't have any numbers. It just has a big C. It's very similar to 4/4. There are 4 quarter notes or crotchet beats in every bar. So if you see that big C and you think, where's the time signature? That is the time signature, and it just means 4/4. The other pitfall to look out for are changing time signatures. Okay, composers can change a time signature as you go through a piece. Have a look at this example. Those first 2 bars you can see are in common time. There are 4 quarter note beats or crotchet beats in every bar. And then they've put in this 3/4 time signature. And can you see that second half of the piece there? There's only 3 quarter note beats or crotchet beats in every bar at that point. So if you're playing in a group or a band, or even just playing a bit of instrumental music, a solo music, just have a look. Is the composer changing the time signature at all as they go through it? So, simple really. What do we learn? Why do we need time signatures? So we don't lose count and so we can get a sense of groove. What does a time signature show? The top number shows the number of beats in a bar. The bottom number shows the type of beats. How can I read any time signature? Just basically make sure you are focusing on what's the top number saying, what's the bottom number, and look out for those 2 pitfalls, the common time and also the changing time signature. I really hope that lesson's helped. For more lessons, head over to my website, www.musictheoryacademy.com. You'll find videos, you'll find written lessons, and you'll find worksheets to help you in your musical journey.